Hello everyone, this is not a review, it's just me, a plastic model building amateur, looking at a thing and talking about it. This is Bandai's Master Grade Hyaku Shiki 2.0 from Zeta Gundam, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, from all the way back in the 80s, but it's a relatively modern kit. I put off building this one for a while because I had done Hyaku Shiki Crash, which is derived from this. I had done the Re 100 Mark III, Gundam Mark III Unit 8, which also had, takes inspiration from this general line with the wing binders on the back and everything. I wish I had done this sooner because this is fun and it looks really good. The gold is excellent. That is just about the best gold. It is a kind of a high champagne gold. It's not the most saturated gold, but it has a really good finish to it, a really good texture. This is not a painted model. Only things that I've done to this beyond plain kit build are detailing a few of the hoses in with some panel lining. So a little bit of panel lining has been done in a few spots, a handful of subtle spots, and I did top coat the dark blue sprue, the dark blue section of sprue. I've not done the weapons in total yet, but just the dark blue section to take a little bit of the sheen out of that by default. The kit uses a combination of dry transfers and stickers. So you've got dry transfers for these two marks here, and then most of the rest that I've applied as far as markings are concerned is done with just stickers. I did cut some of the edges of a couple of the stickers because, well, they do show up. I mean, you look at those shoulders. That's not particularly good. I do recommend getting a water slide decal sheet, aftermarket water slide decal sheet for this. If you're interested in building this and you care about the little details, that right there is a dry transfer. Looks pretty good, but then again, the stickers don't so much. I left like 70% at least of the markings off this because I felt like I didn't want to detract from the gold. Really, the color scheme of this and the metallic nature of it are the highlights of it. And I don't want to detract too much by katokiing it up with a lot of caution markings absolutely everywhere. So I was very careful with where I placed those. I did a poor job of panel lining this, and you'll see that throughout. So that's just, my mistake. And I also found out the hard way while doing a couple of the pieces that with these satin metallic pieces, you do not want to use pour type, not pour, P-O-O-R, P-O-U-R type markers for panel lining because it stains, and also alcohol style markers seem to dissolve the coating, the yellow that's on top of there. Talk about that yellow, because if you look down here at the feet, can I get that to focus? Yes. See underneath there, it's silver. There's a gradient. It goes into silver. That's because all of the gold pieces are initially, I think it's a powder-based process to get it to a high metallic finish, and then they spray it with a transparent yellow like ink or dye over the top of that. And these top pieces, for some reason, for the feet are one piece each. All that is one piece, and that's why just from the angle that they spray, they weren't able to get all the way down in here. Such a strange decision. It just should have been done with two pieces. It makes no sense to me. And then you wouldn't have had that issue, but it's really obvious. Most of this is undergated, thank goodness. And that means that the parts where for folks not familiar, parts where you cut the pieces off from the sprues, the trees, the runners, the cut points are in areas where you don't see them in the finished model, which is just a heaven send for something like this compared to the MG Phoenix that I did, where it was not designed to be coated in the first place. It was designed to be just all white. It's designed to be a regular unicorn. And then later on, they came up with the idea of doing a Phoenix, special coated version. And with that one, any place that you cut, well, it sucks because you're going to be left with an obvious scar. There's a few spots on the fronts of the wing binders, a couple spots where you could see the cut mark. Also on the antenna here, around the back of it, there's a spot, but it's really difficult to see now because I did touch those up with either gold, like high chrome gold, or silver. A couple spots I messed up on that as well. Really need to learn more about this surface. I've got the weapons on the back. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to end up posing this, but you got the bazooka, which is very, very plain, unfortunately. It does have a removable magazine with a removable clip inside as well, with the individual cartridges being, or rockets being dark red in color. These are the lightsaber hilts back here, very old style, and it does have a couple of yellow colored blades. Articulation on this thing is cool and all, but nothing to really write home about. I'd say it's not the best for articulation, but I'm happy with the kit overall. Happy to have it. I will figure out a pose for it. I'm not interested in going through, again, it's not a review, so I'm not interested in going through showing you all of the possible articulation in any of these videos. I tried doing that a little bit early on. It's probably a bad idea because I want to just enjoy these things and not worry about having to reset poses. So I'll find my one pose and then I'll put it on a stand and then I'll just enjoy it. Other stuff that was included with this does have a couple other options for the eyes. So depending upon which sticker you use for the eyes, you can get the different modes of it. And they also give you I believe it's just one extra visor in there, so you can have two options with one kit without having to remove stickers or anything. You can go back and forth between those two by removing part of the head, sliding that in, putting it back together. As long as you don't glue it, you'll be good to go. All in all, this thing has lived up to my expectations. It's not a particularly complex kit to build. It only took me 2 afternoons, 2 long afternoons, and that was with streaming it on Twitch. So if I was not streaming, it would have taken half that much time. And that's with also being careful, fairly careful with the gold, and trying not to go overboard with the cleanup of the nubs. Even though it is undergated, still places where you might be able to see a little bit of the edge. I wanted to make sure that was not damaged. So all in all, good job by Bandai. Nice engineering, nice planning for this, for the most part, with just a couple of very, very small quirks along the way. And I'm happy with it. And I feel like it was a pretty decent deal for what it looks like for a special coated kit. Just not the best deal when it comes to building experience. If you want something that's going to take a long time to build, you can do better than this for the price. You can do much better than this. But if you want this is very good. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.